Just let it buffer for a second. I'll bring up chat while we kind of wait. It probably is going. Oh, I want one. I should have grabbed a beer.
You have any?
Ah, fucking kidding me? Dude, I have more blue moons because every motherfucker on Christmas was like, JR likes Blue Moon, right? They all got me a 24 pack except the wifey sister who got me. So everyone got me a 12 pack. So I had 3 12 packs. And then the wifey sister got me a 24 pack. So I think I did the math. It was like 60 blue moons. And I've been slowly working on it.
Yeah, listen, those things creep up on you.
Yeah. Well, No, go ahead.
I got two, like 22 ounces of those things.
Yeah.
And I got a 6-pack, and I was like, holy shit. I should have done it.
Well, I guess it's time we start it, even though it's already been started for 2 minutes. Welcome to our WWE news podcast. This is actually kind of a first for us now that I think about it. We haven't done a news podcast with the WWE before.
Oh, we just do like live reaction streams.
Yeah. Well, I am JR. You guys all know me. And today I am joined with G1 from the G Show podcast. What's up?
What's up, brother?
And this news, you know, it's big news for sure. Vince McMahon's back. What the fuck is he doing back?
It's a hostile takeover, I tell you.
Dude, it really seems like he showed up, Triple H shit his pants immediately. He was like, fuck! Everything I have planned is out!
He turns to his wife and said, Stephanie, what the fuck? I thought your father was done. She's like, I'm leaving. And she left. Sorry, that's crazy.
Yeah. But, yeah, I sent you that meme. I don't know if you watch it. The SpongeBob one where Mr. Krabs is Vince McMahon. He shows up and Triple H is Squidward. It's the episode where they're shooting the Krusty Krab commercial. And Vince McMahon's like, what are you doing? You're blowing all me money. What is this useless junk? And it's just this random wrestling event that's planned. And Triple H is like, this is useless junk for scene 24. Just like this whole production, and then Vince McMahon shuts it all down except the clown, who I forget the name of that kid that was the new protege from Vince McMahon.
Yeah, oh my god. Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, he was the clown, and then Vince McMahon's like, except you stay, everyone else out.
Dude, it is, so I mean, look, he left, you know, like, he was exiled pretty much. Like, he said he was retiring or whatever the case, however he put it. But let's be honest, like, the dude was getting busted. I mean, a lot of scandalous shit was coming out about him. And, you know, he got rid of those who were involved, and the last man involved apparently was him. So he had to take a step back, you know, down. He had to leave. The fact that this dude, he's only been gone, I think, 6 months.
Yeah, it was literally after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He was gone.
So it's like, it's only been about 6 months, and the fact that he had a back door, which is what got him in this mess in the first place, going in the back door and paying people off. I'm just saying, Vince. Come on, man. Look, I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you the truth and tell all y'all the fucking truth. I've always been a Vince McMahon fan. I'm a mark for that dude. Like, I really am. Dude, way back when, in the fucking, I don't know, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, we had a camcorder. We had a church basement. We had a big red mat. Bro, we wrestled. We came up with these crazy ass characters, and my character was the owner of the company, and it was all based on Vince McMahon. I was literally channeling Vince McMahon the entire time. I fucking love the dude. I love his brash bravado, his cockiness. That was the character on screen. That was the character he was portraying. I don't know the man in real life. You see him in the little interviews where he's not portraying Mr. McMahon, the TV personality. He's portraying Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE. He's kind of the same. I don't know. But dude, it is wrestling is one of those businesses, man. You know, like, especially for as long as Vince has been in the game. Think about it, like the term carny gets thrown around a lot. You know, it's a carnival. Like, I love it. I fucking love wrestling. I do. But eras that, and I'm not trying to justify anything here, just to make that
yeah.
But the eras that, you know, have gone by, the way wrestling was behind the scenes. I mean, portrayed to us is one thing. We had superheroes and we had villains. You know what I'm saying? We had good guys, we had bad guys, we had anti-heroes, we had hardcore shit. Wrestling was everything. And you can pick and choose what you wanted until Vince McMahon said, nah, fuck that, and wind up buying all the things and became the conglomerate, the monopoly for 20 years or so. I mean, TNA came along, Ring of Honor was around, but they really paled in comparison. TNA for a minute was doing some type of thing, but no, Vince was always in control of the business. And he knew it, and he had the money, and he knew it. And it's fucked up because when you have that type of power and that type of money, you really do think you're invincible.
Yeah.
And now, cut to today, and you know, this era that we live in now, people are being held accountable for shit they've done 10, 20, 30 years ago. And a lot of people think that's not fair. And a lot of people think it's justified. Honestly, it's hard for me. I mean, like, it's a fucking seesaw, man. It's walking a tightrope. Like,
yeah.
It's a different time. That's not a justification for what was done. I get that. You know? But it kind of goes back to the James Gunn thing. Like, really, we're going to open up that can of worms this many years later because now he's popping and famous. Vince McMahon's always been popping and famous.
Yeah.
He should have stayed gone, though. He should have stayed gone. This shit right here is crazy.
Yeah. No, it's a huge bombshell. And I do agree with you. You know, I don't think, of course, like, oh, no, you said something stupid 20, 30 years ago that you should be canceled nowadays. I think that's ridiculous. I think that one wrong word ruining your fucking career is ridiculous. I don't know the lengths that happened with Vince McMahon. I know with the allegations, and if he did it, you know, that's gross. What's wrong with you? But yeah, and I mean, let's be honest. Let's be 100% on this. If he did it, and he got his cancellation and everything, and he didn't come back, would have been fine. The man is a billionaire?
Yes, very much so.
I don't think he would be crying. That's what's so odd about him coming back. It's like, it makes me think it's like a control thing. Like, Vince McMahon saw the Survivor Series and he's like, what the fuck is this? Well, we're like, yo, this is the greatest shit ever. Vince McMahon's like, this is fucking stupid. I had no involvement. Just a bitter old man. I got kicked out because I'm a terrible person. I'm gonna come back. That's what it like feels like to me. It's like bitter old man.
Oh, they'll rule the day. They rule the
yeah.
Day. Can't even say that right. They'll rule the day I left them and I'm coming back.
Yeah. But and it's funny because it's been a long time since I watched wrestling before I got back into it. It was like what, September, October when I hit you up. I'm like, yo, I'm watching this shit and I'm fucking enjoying it. Like, it's finally good. Like the John Cena years, I didn't care about. I didn't care about the Cena years, and it's just now I'm like, dude, it's getting good, and you're telling me what's happening, and pretty much once Vince McMahon was gone and it was all Triple H, you could notice it like almost immediately. like I said, the Survivor Series. Like, we had a blast with that shit, and I will still say that was a highlight of last year for me. Like, that shit was badass. It was fun. It had me guessing. Like, I was like, oh my god, you know, the fucking the main guy, the Universal Champ, Roman Reigns, he's gonna be taken down. And then you were like, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm like, it's gotta happen. And it had me guessing, and I was loving it. And it's possibly not gonna happen again because Vince McMahon's back, and that was Triple H's deal.
So here's the deal with that. He's back, yes, and
yeah,
right now he has no control over creative.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the point of him returning was to sell the company.
Sell it.
Yo, listen, Vince McMahon ain't a you know, fried chicken, young chicken, whatever the hell they call that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That dude is up there in age. He's in his 70s, late 70s. You know what I mean? He's fantastic. Looks good for his age. He works out. He knows he can turn that profit before he dies, and his family's set regardless.
Yeah.
Set regardless. But if he could sell it, because right now, and that's the problem with like the markets today, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna sell to Disney or HBO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Universal. I'm gonna sell it to a giant conglomerate that they could just absorb it. I mean, think about it. He sold the WWE network to Universal.
Yeah.
Now it's on Peacock. That was its own entity. There were apps that said the WWE network, not a Peacock app. It was its own thing. The changes that Peacock made kind of pissed me off too, because I was like, there's nothing wrong with the interface. Why are we changing shit?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that with Comixology. I'm gonna use it as an analogy. Amazon was like, yo, we're gonna fold Comixology into, you know, the Kindle store or whatever. Don't change the interface. It's fine. Oh, what do? They change the interface. It's a fucking shit show. Like, you got to literally navigate through 1,000 different pages, get to the Comixology sales page, so I can see what comics are on sale. What's the thing? It's stupid. It's stupid. The interface was fine. Same thing with the network, but I think he got $4 billion for selling the WWE network, and that goes with, that comes with the entire WWE fucking library.
Oh yeah.
WCW's entire library, ECW's entire library, the WWF or no, hang on. WWF, right. It was like 3 W's in an F. Old.
Yeah.
It's a ton of shit on that. And then they had those original programs. That was crazy. I mean, but worth it. $4 billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the fact that shit, subscription went down from $10 to, you know, from $9.99 to $4.99, $5.99. Oh, that works for me. Better for me. I can splurge on something else.
Yeah, and
so
I like
my extra dollar savings. And
I watch it on Peacock, which I steal from my sister. But they, you know, the price, like, it's like $6 a month. Of course, it's the ad plan, whoop-de-doo. It's always WWE ads anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Even that, the ads aren't even crazy. Like,
no, they're really not.
I'm paying that whatever $5.99, $6, whatever it is, for Peacock.
Yeah.
In my Peacock umbrella, I get access to Halloween movies when they first drop. Right? Am I lying? One, right?
Yeah.
Commercial free. Jurassic Park movies. I think Fast and Furious movies. I'm not 100%.
They're all on there. Yeah.
You get that. You get the television from, you know, NBC. You got all that. And in that umbrella, there's the WWE network too. So less than what I was paying for just the network, I get access to all of this other stuff. And
the pay-per-view events free.
Right. And so it's all worth it. Now I know that a lot of people are like, a lot of investors, I think. There's been a lot of talk about that, but it's been like this now for 7 years, I think it's been as long. How long the network's been around for? About 7 years. Because I remember I had just moved out here, and I've been out here for 10 years. So I've been out here for like I would say a year or so.
Yeah.
They dropped the network, and I was like, whoa, what? So I'll say 8-9 years ish.
Yeah.
Been around for almost a decade, and it is. Listen, I mean, I used to pay the $50 for a pay-per-view after my hot box disappeared. You know, they had to get I would pay the $75 for WrestleMania because that's what they were fucking charging for WrestleMania. You know, I was like, fuck it. Before I moved out here, you know, all gather up in somebody's house.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the event. I'll bring all the snacks, beer, and food. Fine, it worked out. Everybody did it. We loved it. It was fun. You know? And then the network changed all that. For fucking $10, I'm watching WrestleMania.
And
Perfect.
For me, yeah, I think it's brilliant, but that scares the shit out of me because if another company ends up buying the WWE and the investors are already pissed off about the subscription plan, they're like, no, we want to go back to $50 pay-per-views. Here's the problem with pay-per-view as a whole in today's day and age. Who the fuck still has cable?
Me.
Wow, I'm actually surprised.
In some way, shape, or form, you will always be able to find these things. So I have Sling TV, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I pay about $60 a month because I have both package plans. So I can watch ESPN and I can watch AEW, and my wife can watch whatever show she watches. Honestly, I think I'm overpaying because I'm only watching like 3-4 channels. Period. The fact is, but I also got DVR with it. So
yeah,
pay-per-views come on there. I can order any pay-per-view I want. AEW pay-per-views, TNA pay-per-views. I'm pretty sure you can actually order WWE pay-per-views because not everybody has the fucking network, which drives me crazy.
Yeah, that's like literally absurd to. I'm not gonna lie. If you pay for the pay-per-views nowadays for the WWE, when you could watch it on Peacock, what the actual fuck is mentally wrong with you?
It's like walking around with a plastic bag on your head all the time.
Like,
you're free, motherfuckers. What are you doing?
Well, that's actually surprising because I knew you talked about the other pay-per-views, and I'm like, oh, they just must be on a different network and you got to pay the subscription and then maybe they like charge you extra for the live stuff. That is actually insane. I
put my money into AEW, man. I do support that cause, bro.
Yeah.
But see, with AEW, it's not every month a pay-per-view. Every 4 months, every 2 to 4 months.
Yeah.
So when there's a pay-per-view, it feels like you get your money's worth.
You get the premium shit then, where it's like with WWE, and as much as I'm loving it, it's like, fuck, we had Clash in the Castle, we had the Crown Royal, we had the Survivor Series. They were all fun, but it's like it's like every time there's a big event, and then like a month later there's another big event. It does kind of get a little exhausting. That's why it's been nice from the Survivor Series to Royal Rumble, or not? Yeah, Royal Rumble. The break.
Get ready. Get ready.
Dude.
This channel better be ready. This channel better be ready. Because I don't know if I'm going to be drinking there or not. But I'm telling you this. If I'm not drinking, I'm going to have a fucking smorgasbord of snacks. I'm going to stuff my face. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to make predictions. The Royal Rumble is the best wrestling show ever.
It is.
It's better than, listen, and I love me some AEW, but that shit just really started. The Royal Rumble's been around since the 90s. I love that shit. None better than a 30-man battle royal, over the top battle royal. And make no mistake about this. Listen, sisters out there. The introduction of the female Royal Rumble
Awesome.
seriously outshined the men's Royal Rumble. And that's not, the females be putting the fucking work in. The problem is there's not enough females. So what they do, that's why NXT is so important. They'll bring in some NXT ladies.
Yeah.
You know, for cannon fodder. That's what they did the year I saw Bianca Belair for the first time. I was like, who is this woman? Who? What the fuck? And she was doing her fucking thing. And it was her and Alexa Bliss. And I was sitting there watching this shit, and I'm like, I loved it. And I was so happy that in 2019, first off, I called what was going to happen before it happened. I was there live in Arizona, where the Diamondbacks played. They played in that baseball stadium. They did it. And yeah, I seeing that shit live, man, I will never forget it. It was fucking dope. The Royal Rumble, I can't wait.
Oh, dude, the 28th.
Saturdays from tomorrow, brother.
Dude, I know. Like, I'm sitting here. I'm going to even talk to the wifey tonight. Let everyone know, like, the 28th is, I'm not fucking available. It is beer.
No show on that Saturday, bro. You can't do the show.
No. No. And I already.
No.
I'm taking it. I'm getting the Wingstop because, during the, it was so stupid because that's how drunk I was during the Survivor Series. So when I get super drunk, I get super hungry and I don't give a fuck what's happening. I drop everything. I'm like, let's get some fucking food, like right now. I don't care if we're live streaming. I need food now. And I'm gonna pre-prep this time. That way in the middle of the show, because I constantly do that shit. But yeah, it's with Vince McMahon back and him wanting to sell the company, like, who would buy it? Like, that's not a negative thing. It's just, he's gonna sell it for an astronomical fucking price.
Oh, I mean, numbers I've seen, and again, I am not no one involved in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm getting all my information off of YouTube. Because listen, I swear to God on everything I love, I literally fall asleep at night listening to wrestling podcasts. I do. Yeah. I just do. And I like Fightful Wrestling, Fightful Pro, whatever it's called on YouTube. Sean Ross Sapp, that dude. I watch What Culture all the time. Because I like Simon Miller's ups and downs in the Y series. Simon Miller's the dope. That dude's dope. But then they do the news too, and they're aggregators. They basically get the news from like people like Sean Ross Sapp or Dave Meltzer and everybody else that's in the game that's actually getting news, who has sources.
Yeah.
In these companies. These guys, they just this guy found out blah 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 blah. So I get all my shit from that. I am in no way, shape, or form in the mix. I enjoy wrestling. I enjoy listening to wrestling podcasts, and with this news, I mean, 2023 just started, and Vince McMahon, hostile takeover. I don't give a fuck what anybody said, but that motherfucker said, "Yo, I'm back,
dude."
I left the back door open. I'm in. News are out. I'm selling the company, and he had the fucking power to do it, which is crazy. But here's the deal: that I've seen in terms of the money that this deal could generate. Something like $6 to $8 billion.
Jesus.
Now that's crazy considering that the network, I think, like I said, was a $4 billion deal just for the network. We're talking about the company. This shit generates money. So I'm like, that lowballing? $8 billion. $10 billion. Could you imagine? This week, what was it? Tuesday. This week, Tuesday, it came out, the rumor, and this shit blew up, and again, the YouTube shit blew up all over all of those wrestling channels that I watched.
Yeah.
WWE is sold to Saudi Arabia company. Now, Saudi Arabia has the crown jewel.
Yeah.
A 10-year plan with the WWE. It's about, and it's the propaganda shit to show people that Saudi Arabia is a country on the up and up. They did the World Cup there. They've got a fucking golf tournament there. They've bought a fucking soccer team, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, UK fanatics. Your football. Football is damn American sport. This weekend, playoff football. I'm sorry, I'm off track. So, and that was a part of it. The WWE doing that 10-year deal there was a part of, like, hey, look at us. We're a good place. Never mind the shit happening, with politics and
yeah.
And that's a can of worms I don't want to even open because I don't pay attention to it. It's like, that's not, humanitarianism aside, it doesn't affect my daily life. No offense to anybody that, a fighter for justice. Do you think?
Yeah.
Tuesday, that shit broke, and a lot of people were going crazy.
I
Like, what?
I mean, they would have the money. I thought, like, seriously, someone like, Comcast or Discovery or fucking Universal, someone here would just snatch that shit up. But Saudi Arabia, I mean, it would make sense. The WWE and Saudi Arabia, they are really tightly linked, and wrestling's fucking huge over there.
And the crazy thing with that was, if that was the deal, which it turned out not to be.
Yeah.
We found that out on Wednesday. Wednesday, everything was like, no, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. I remember I was listening to something, and it was on Fightful, and he was saying, Sean Rossap was saying, like, none of this shit was confirmed. At least he hasn't confirmed nothing.
Yeah.
So he's not, he wasn't saying like this was a done deal. He was saying none of this is confirmed. Then they just go into conjecturing, conjectures and shit. But he was saying, oh my God. Wow, I had it for a second. If that was the case, the WWE was going to become private again. Which means no shareholders. Which means Vince McMahon is back in total control, which means Vince McMahon would be back in total control. And that meant going back to doing creative, getting rid of Triple, like all of that shit.
Yeah.
That's what was said if that was the case. Now that that's not the case. But nobody's bought it yet. It's still not sold. They want to get it done, they said, by the middle of this year. So it could still be a possibility that happens.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because the evidence that led up to that was earlier in the day, Stephanie McMahon resigning.
Yeah, seeing for me, I didn't know about that. Like I said, the wifey dropped the ball, the news ball on me, and I was like, "The fuck are you talking about? He's back." And then she sent the SpongeBob meme, and I fucking loved it. But no, it was just crazy to think about because like it hit me. I was like, "Well, I just got to fucking start liking wrestling again since he's been gone." Now I'm gonna go back to hating it. But yeah, I mean, it going back to a private company where their creative control is back within them, it's not a bad idea. It's really not, because, I mean, think of the stories, but it would all be up to Vince McMahon and...
But that's just it. I mean, look, the creative control never, like, that's not up to the shareholders, right?
Yeah.
They basically, and I don't know, I'm just guessing, but basically all they do is we're investing money, like, there are a couple of things you just can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like honest, and I get it, and it's probably because the WWE has gotten away with a ton of craziness.
Yeah,
especially in the past 30 years.
I go back to the Stone Cold and Booker T fucking grocery store bit where I was like, what the fuck? How did you guys get away with this shit back then?
No, that's not nothing. That's
I know, it's tame.
I'm talking about shit that in today's standards would make perfect example. Triple H is married to Stephanie McMahon in real life. That is absolutely true. They are absolutely married, right?
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, Stephanie McMahon was getting married to a wrestler named Test.
Okay.
Now, Test passed away, unfortunately. She was getting married to him. So him and Triple H started feuding. And in the story, Triple H drugged Stephanie McMahon, drove to a Vegas wedding and got married.
Oh my god! He Bill Cosby'd her!
Do you think that shit flies on today's TV?
Hell no!
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm talking about Triple H dressed as Kane got into a fucking coffin with a supposed dead body and started to perform sexual activities with it. Do you think that goes over today?
No, but it should. That would be hilarious.
That's the things that they were doing in the Attitude Era. They were doing crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So investors today are like, nope, that's a big X. That's not happening. Are you out of your fucking mind? So that's as far as like them being in control of creative, because
Okay.
Vince McMahon, to his credit, you know, all that John Cena shit was all him. As much as people like me didn't like him, I was an adult. John Cena wasn't for me. I realized when I looked at my daughter going crazy for him, the same twinkle in her eye, as much as the dude is not a good dude, you know, sometimes when you grow up, you realize your heroes are not really heroic.
Yeah.
The same twinkle in her eye that I saw when we went to go to a live show in Madison Square Garden, when my daughter was six, maybe 7. She was in love with John Cena, all little kids. That was the thing. It was the same twinkle in the eye that I had growing up when I saw Hulk Hogan come out.
Yeah.
And I got it. And Vince McMahon understood that to a fucking T. Making all the money right now. And it's all for merchandising. I'm going to market this person, and I'm going to make the money because the kids are going to want it. The dude literally was playing with real life action figures. That's what Vince McMahon does.
Yeah.
He plays with real life action figures. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I love wrestling, because it's yeah, you see it. It's beautiful. So the credit, Vince McMahon's credit, the dude he knows how to make money. The problem is when COVID hit, and maybe even before that, because WWE was kind of stale. It was stale.
Yeah.
When COVID hit, nobody knew what to do. The game changed. You had to change it. Once we started coming back and people were back into the fucking arenas and we were doing live events again, we were seeing the same matches every single fucking week. It was no different. If this is a feud going on, if me and you were wrestlers,
yeah,
right? If we fought on Monday, we're probably going to fight the next Monday, and the next Monday, and the next Monday, and then we're going to lead to the pay-per-view where we're going to have a match, and then we're going to go back the following Monday after the pay-per-view and have another match. People got bored. It's the same people wrestling. So when AEW came along, they was like, no, we ain't going to do that, though. We're just, here's 2 wrestlers, y'all fight, all right, boom, next, unless there's a story, and if there's a story, y'all not going to constantly fight. You're going to go at it in promo.
Yeah.
Until the match hits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It works, and I know a lot of people don't like AEW. I absolutely love it. I do. If the company went private again and Vince McMahon took control of everything, yeah, Triple H is probably not going to be running creative again.
And that sucks.
It does suck. It does. But here's the thing, that also all comes down to who buys the WWE.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at AEW real quick, and I know that AEW management there wants to get on HBO Max.
Really?
HBO already owns Turner, which is where AEW is on. Yes, TNT. Yeah, so they're like, hey, they started in 2019, so they're a couple of years in the game. They bought Ring of Honor, so they've got a library from that.
Yeah.
They can buy another offshoot independent company that has, let's say, a ton of 1-hour YouTube shows. You can add that to the library.
Yeah.
Right? And then you can go up to HBO and say, hey, listen, we've got this little collection here. Do this in the numbers. We want to sell. We want to work together, and bam. Let's say HBO buys AEW now. They have a network.
Yeah.
Like WWE. That's why it's not like that yet. There are some pay-per-views I want to go back and watch again. And I can't. You know?
Really?
Yeah, you got to buy them off the website, but they only sell them in DVD format. And I'm like, come on, man.
It's 2023. I think we're done with DVDs.
I you in 4K, and you're giving me a DVD. Let's be for real here. And sell it to me at the same price as I paid for the pay-per-view. Let's stop the game.
Yeah.
But the company make their money. Go get them, Tiger.
Oh, someone commented, but it's just a scam bot. It's fine.
Oh man, wait, is it our friend from last week on the G show?
No, it's someone that's saying, hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots. You said views twice. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible, convenient order management panel. Everything in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dogehype dot, not a dot, DOT.com.
Dude, I got this crazy idea. Remember we podcast and do live streams?
Yeah.
If we get any spots, we should break for like a commercial and read as an advertisement.
We fucking should. Holy fuck. I'm not gonna lie, like, just reading that, because I don't get them very often, but when I get them, it's like, it's fucking great.
Oh my god. You got a toy show, right? You promote that on the channel?
I know, right? I should.
We should totally take these ads and then like just manipulate the figures. Oh shit, that's our YouTube channel right there, bro.
Oh fuck. Holy fuck! I just looked over on my TV and Bruce Campbell's on there. I don't even know what movie this is. Whatever. Anyways. Ad break over.
A couple of possible suitors for the WWE, right?
Yeah.
Disney.
I'm sorry. I don't want Disney touching WWE.
Listen, hey, you know what?
They've ruined everything that we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. WWE's best ratings are on Fox. Friday nights on SmackDown.
Which is owned by Disney.
I'm just saying.
It would make logical sense. It would. But I'm telling you right now, if Disney did buy it, I mean, it is still pretty tame nowadays, but you could still see the pay-per-view events and even on like the VODs, you could see them clearly saying fuck. They would be putting black bars over their mouths like every 5 seconds.
I don't believe that, honestly. Because,
really?
Yeah, because on Disney Plus, I could watch Deadpool.
That is true. Yeah.
Like I said before on my podcast, you were there. Like the fact that, and I think it was sometime last year, the fact that I could right now boot up Luke Cage and watch Luke Cage on Disney Plus, and they throw around that N-word loosely on Disney.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Here's the other thing. Monday Night Raw has been on the USA Network forever. There was a stint where they were on another channel. I forgot the channel. Spike. I think it was Spike.
It was, yeah. Because that was the channel for men. I mean, I still watch MXC. It was on Spike to this day. So.
Yeah. I remember when Raw went to Spike, and that was like a couple years after the acquisition of WCW.
Yeah.
And I wasn't watching wrestling at the time. I was like, yeah.
That's around the time like I was peeking in there because I had cable and no different from what it seemed like. It was just Spike TV, so you would get the boob commercials a lot more. There's nothing wrong with that for me. I was like, I get men punching each other and boobs, and now my mom's hitting me in the back of the head because I'm not supposed to be watching this channel.
But man, I'm watching wrestling. No, and that's the thing. But then what happens when the Spike deal is up? Go back to USA. They can win anywhere.
Which company owns USA?
Comcast, Universal.
No shit, and it's already on Peacock.
Already on Peacock. So there's that.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking monkey wrench in the system. I saw it today, and I know it's not gonna happen, but I saw it today, and I was like, please, with everything I fucking love, do this. Because it would be serendipitous, the right word to use here? I don't know. Maybe it is. I'll never forget that Monday night, 2001, I started to watch Monday Night Nitro. And it starts off with Vince fucking McMahon on the TV, on a WCW TV show, holding his hands like this with the fucking ultimate fuck you grin. Talking about how he now owns WCW. I sat there heartbroken. And I didn't hate WWF.
Yeah.
I didn't hate WWE. I loved it. But I wasn't watching them like I was watching WCW. Not at that time, because at that time, WCW completely fell the fuck off. I really wasn't watching wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
I knew that this was happening, so... And I was like, motherfucker, holy shit, this is a brand new era. Like, Vince McMahon owns the competition. What? What? The competition was beating the fuck out of them. It's a podcast. The guy, Eric Bischoff, who was running WCW at the time, his podcast is called 82 or 86 weeks. 80-something weeks. And the reason why the podcast is called that is because that's how many weeks WCW was beating WWF on Monday nights.
And then he just...
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, this owns WCW. He owns. It was crazy. I was like, Goldberg, I'm in Dallas Page, Booker T, Sting? What? NWO. Hulk Hogan is going back to the W. Dude, it fucked me up. Like, it fucked me up. It fucked everybody. It was just crazy. And granted, WCW was not a good product.
Yeah.
That's why they had. Well, it tanked. It fucking tanked. So, full circle. And again, I don't think this is gonna happen. But I saw something today in the morning. As soon as I got to work, that got me rock hard. I was like, oh no. I didn't even pop a Viagra pill. And it said, Tony Khan to buy WWE. Now, for those who don't know, Tony Khan owns the competition. He's the owner of AEW.
Oh my God.
Tony Khan's father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, who is going to be playing tomorrow. First game of the day, tomorrow in the playoffs. I can't wait.
The Jaguars in the playoffs? Holy shit.
They made it. Dude, they turned the fucking shit around.
That is fucking insane.
They turned it around. They're in the playoffs. They beat their rival in their conference twice to now be their division champion.
God, imagine them going to the Super Bowl. Fuck.
I would love it because that's my second favorite team in the
really?
NFL because of AEW. I support the shit out of AEW, bro. I support the shit out of the
So you're saying this guy has some money to be buying the WWE?
Now, what was said, what I saw today was they have the clout. They would need another backer.
Okay.
Which isn't that far to come. Not for them. I don't think it's too hard to come by. So
another backer. So Triple H, because I don't know. No. Oh, that would be so cool though. Triple H is like, I've got money. Bam.
But the money they're looking at again. You're trying to acquire the WWE, and they're talking about 6 to 8 billion, maybe 10.
Dude, that's Activision money. When Microsoft, I was just thinking of that. I'm like, what if Microsoft just out of the fucking blue swung their huge money dick, flopped it on the table, and said, "We'll do this, McMahon." But I mean, the Activision one's falling apart, so I mean, that's like the track record with Microsoft. They swing the money dick around, but it all comes apart.
Because Sony was like, yo, hold up. No.
Which is absurd. Again, I think we've talked about it, how like Sony's like, we can't compete with Call of Duty. And it's like, You have Resistance. You have Killzone. What the fuck are you talking about? You have the highest or the best-selling consoles on Earth. And you can't compete with Call of Duty. Battlefield competes with Call of Duty. Are you fucking kidding me?
They can't see the problem with that too is though Microsoft owns EA.
Yeah.
It's the Battlefield games, so Microsoft owns everything.
I'm just saying though. That's so much money.
It really is, dude. I have not played a video game since December 31st.
That makes me so sad. You're missing out on absolutely fucking nothing unless you're on PC.
I feel you, but bro, I've been watching more Ultraman. I'll put it like this. Since December 31st, I finally got through that blasted Ultraman Taro, right?
Yeah.
Finally finished it off. I kid you not, I started the next series, Ultraman Leo, that on a Tuesday, right? Flew through that in a week, and that was some fucked up shit in there. I was like, did they just kill little kids? Like, literally, I was like, they killed younglings. Like, dude. No, this is derailing the damn.
No, you're fine.
There was a little girl in that series who had just come off of one of the best episodes I've ever seen in TV, right? And I'm talking about this shit was from the 70s, and I just loved it because the mother was gone, passed away, right? And there was an alien who infiltrated and used her mother's likeness.
Yeah.
To draw her into her universe. You know, she lived in a mirror. Okay. Yeah. It's the 70s. So the mother loved the little girl because this alien lost a daughter that resembled the little girl. The little, girl that's been on the show for the fucking past 40 plus episodes, right? And I swear to God, the whole twist in that shit, and I was like, oh my God, I love this little girl all of a sudden. She goes, because she was like enamored, like, oh, it's my mom, oh, it's my mom, oh, it's my mom. But she had an older brother, right?
Yeah.
Mother wasn't paying attention. She goes, I know you're not my mother because if you were, you would love my brother just as much. It was dope. I was like, oh shit, yes, whoa, yeah, little girl. Yo, 2 episodes later, they killed her. I was like, what the fuck? They killed you.
It was the 70s.
It was the 70s. I couldn't fucking believe it. So then anyway, I watched that shit in a week.
Yeah.
I get to Ultraman 80, right? That took place in this 79 and 80, right? And
yeah.
I'm like, all right, I don't know. Bro, I was in love. I fucking loved it. I was like this. Oh my God. Just, if I would have seen this as a kid, Ultraman would have been a thing in my house all the time. I loved it. I was going fucking crazy for it. And then midway through, they start to change things up. And then all of a sudden, it started to get more like the kiddie shit that I hated. And I'm like, no, you're leaving a foul taste in my mouth. And then all of a sudden, it got real good again. I said, here we go. And then they kill off the second best character. What the fuck? Oh, it's killing me. It's killing me. But then, like I said, I finished that in a week. Now I'm watching the English Ultraman stuff, the co-productions. And it's good. So that's how I've been not playing video games. I've been watching Ultraman. And I've got 200 episodes to go because I still got like 6, 7, 8 series.
Yeah.
And a couple. I can't wait. But anyhow, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I get it.
Twitch stream.
But yeah. No, it's crazy. This whole Vince McMahon thing, because it just throws everything up for a spin. Selling the company. And, like I was saying, I really like Triple H in charge. I think the stories were getting really good. Got me really back into it. I'm enjoying it. And,
And the wrestling has been good.
Oh, dude, yeah.
If I'm going to say one thing about Vince McMahon, and like I said before, with all of the repeat matches and shit, you see the same shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
The same fucking thing. It's their moveset. But you know it's coming now, but the fact that these matches, it feels like the wrestlers themselves are more
in control.
They're more involved. Triple H gives them more.
Yeah.
Oh, go showcase why you're here. That's what makes Triple H so fucking good in my book.
Yeah. No,
It's like, do what I say because I'm playing with my toys.
Exactly. And sometimes it's good to just let your toys do their own thing. Like in Toy Story, I don't know, my toys sit on a shelf. But it's you know, who's gonna buy them? I mean, it's all up in the air right now. One thing that I am still excited for, because I'm sure Triple H is still in charge of the Royal Rumble. I'm sure everything's going status quo. Everything's running the same. It's just Vince McMahon has a dollar sign above the WWE. So I am looking forward to what's to come with these pay-per-view events and everything. I haven't been keeping up with the weeklies, so I'm terrible. The weeklies, like, I do enjoy them on occasion, but when it's like, what, 2 a week? Yeah, because I have SmackDown and Raw. I start to fall off a little bit because I have, you know, a lot of shit going on during the week. I can't always watch, you know, and fuck, I started live streaming games again. I took a 2-week hiatus, and first game I started live streaming this year. Fucking scariest goddamn. It's a PC exclusive. It's called Night at the Gates of Hell.
Okay, I just don't want to play that.
It is a game based on Italian horror films. It is a Lucio Fulci game. But it's got PlayStation 1 graphics, and it's a first-person survival horror. It's fucking amazing. It's the first game that scared me in a long time.
Is this that video game that's based off of Beyond? Beyond? I think it's Beyond Hell, or just the Beyond?
Apparently this guy's done several like that, so he could have made a game based off of that, too. Like, I don't know. I'm just enjoying it. It's scary as shit. Anyways, that's what I've been doing. And yeah, like, I just get so busy. So, anyways. What time? Oh, we're only at 53 minutes. Wow, I thought we'd gone longer. I know.
Look at us. We're getting the fucking in. We're getting the in. We're getting the work in.
I know.
But I will say this, though.
Yeah.
Again, I don't believe this is going to happen, but oh my God, you don't have no idea how much I want this to happen. If Tony Khan and his father would get that, and I'm not saying they can't, I'm pretty sure they would get backers. Again, they own, Tony Khan owns AEW, he owns Ring of Honor. His father, again, owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. They own a football club, a soccer club.
Yeah.
The Khans know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
If they were to get another financial backer or somebody to be like, yeah, we'll put in, you know, and we'll go in with you. A couple people even. And Tony Khan pops up on a Monday Night Raw. The same way Vince McMahon did all them years ago.
He holds up the WWF.
Yo, with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega behind him. Yo, I mean, I swear to God, I really wish you would watch. I wish you were watching AEW so you can understand how fucking hysterical and fitting this would all be, and it comes together because you've got the AEW World Champion right now, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, talking about my contract expires in 2024. It's the bidding war of 24. Talking about WWE. If this motherfucker Tony Khan bought the WWE, you go. Not only that, but now Cody Rhodes will be once again employed by Tony Khan. And Cody Rhodes was one of the foundations of the genesis of AEW.
Yeah.
Left and went to WWE, you know, went back to WWE. That was humongous. I mean, I was kind of heartbroken, yet I always loved Cody Rhodes back in WWE. I loved him there.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken because I'm like, my dude, AEW, no, you can't do it to this company. I mean, it's fucking crazy. I mean, this whole thing with CM Punk since, you know, November. that drove me fucking crazy. Was it November or September? I think it was September. I think it was November. But whenever it was, the fucking brawl out. It was nuts. Like, what the fuck? Then all of a sudden, it's like, you CM Punk. Want to go back to WWE and just, let bygones be bygones with, everything you do with AEW. And it'll be insane. And what I would do personally, if this was a thing, if it was to happen, and I was Tony Khan, Triple H, continue what you're doing.
Yeah.
I am not going to micromanage you. Continue what you're doing. The only time I'm going to have any input, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say, the big events are coming up. Whether it's AEW or WWE. How could we make something happen with WWE wrestlers and the AEW wrestlers? Because there's dream matches all around.
Yeah.
Dream match. Like people like say there's dream matches all around. What could we do? That's what I would do, because apparently right now Tony Khan he does it all in AEW, and a lot of people are getting tired of the same old. Whereas WWE they have writers. Triple H runs the show now. He lets the writers breathe the way he lets the wrestlers breathe. Vince McMahon didn't do that. There were reports that Vince McMahon would come in on Monday, an hour or two before 3 hours before Monday Night Raw, see the script and rip it up and then rewrite it himself.
See, and that's so fucking ridiculous because, yes, sad to say, Triple H is doing a good job. I'm not sad to say, but he's doing a better job than Vince McMahon. And it's everyone just lets the people who have to do their job, who know what they're doing, do what they're fucking doing. And that's what I'm worried about. See, it's like I said, I'm coming back. I'm back into it. I'm loving it. I don't want it to start to feel stale again for me. I don't want to just drop off. Oh, like you were saying, the same characters are wrestling in each other. It's like, it starts to get old. One of the best things, this past year, again, the Survivor Series, was watching Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns.
Right, Survivor Series.
Yeah, Survivor Series, how they were going at it. Like, it was awesome.
Did we watch SummerSlam together?
Nah, it was after SummerSlam.
SummerSlam was when Brock Lesnar used the fucking truck to raise the ring. That was the best.
I don't know. It just worries me. That's all I'm saying. It does. But who knows? But best case scenario, like you were saying, they buy him out, and then we get some good shit. Worst case scenario, for me, it would be Disney, but I understand where you're coming from at the same time.
I don't think Disney. I think Disney would buy it, and all they would do is reap the rewards. I do not think they would interfere with the product.
I hope not, because
they would Disney-fy some things, okay? But it would be more for gimmick and goofy wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would not really. I cannot see Disney taking something that is not broke, and that's the problem. WWE is not broken.
No, far from it.
It wasn't even broken with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Because if it was, he would have sold a long time ago. It's not broken. It's a niche in everyday life and entertainment. It's a niche thing. It's not broken. And it's doing better than what it was last year and the previous several years. And the numbers show it, just saying. Right. You look at what Fox is doing on fucking Friday nights. It's like, what the fuck? Is the X-Files back? What the fuck? I'm just saying. Yeah. I remember when X-Files was on Friday nights, way back in the early 90s.
I miss those times.
Same.
I was a baby.
So it's crazy because it's not broken. I don't think Disney would change anything. Monday Night Raw would probably go to FX.
Oh, that would be brilliant. And it would be, well, I guess also best case scenario too, if Disney did buy it, they're already on Hulu.
Right.
They're both on, and Disney owns Hulu. So it wouldn't be a stretch, you know. We probably wouldn't even see it on the Disney Plus app. It would probably just stay on Hulu.
Ooh, the network on Hulu, I can crazily see, but that and there lies logistics.
Yeah.
Because NBC Universal purchased the WWE network, right?
Yeah.
They didn't license it. You know, there's no time frame for how long they can have it. There's no contract. They bought it. They own it. They own the network. If Disney bought the WWE, when you want their backlogged catalog, because now here's what fucking Peacock could do.
Yeah.
They can either jacking up prices for pay-per-views or jack up prices for Peacock or the network itself. For Disney, are you willing to spend an extra $4 billion for this?
Yeah, I mean, Disney has the money. They really fucking do.
All in all, the most logical place to sell this to would be Universal.
Yeah, that is the most logical. Because it's already on Peacock. Everything's on Peacock. Peacock's owned by Universal. And Universal owns the rights to The Rock. I'm just saying, because The Rock is in the Fast and the Furious. He's got his own show with Universal. And it's like, they just own The Rock.
I don't know, you were telling me to go watch The Menu, but I was telling you to go watch Black Adam. They both on HBO Max.
You know, I talked to, by the way, quick side note. My buddy Travis, I talked to him about Black Adam, and he was like, yeah, dude, that movie's fucking great. Why haven't you seen it? I'm like, okay, so everyone's telling me this movie's great. He's like, it's not great as in peak cinema like The Menu. He's like, dude, he fucking murders everybody. Just go watch it. I'm like, all right. So
Glorious, explosive fashion at that. I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he literally, like, he didn't have a single problem with it. Is that lady letting her dog poop in my yard? I swear to God. Nope.
That's why I walk my dog at 5 in the morning when it's very dark and I can't see where he shits.
Right? So I just look outside. It's the same lady every day walking her dog. I've never found dog poop in my yard, though. There's cats. There's stray cats all over my neighborhood, though. I find their poop in my backyard constantly, and it pisses me off. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't own an animal. Why am I stepping in shit? I digress. Yeah.
Do you have any other thoughts or ideas on who can buy WWE?
No, I think the most logical, what would most likely happen is Universal will fork up the money. You have to. It's on their platform. They're making money off of it. If you want to continue to make money, you got to spend the fucking money. Just spend the fucking money. And it's not like it would be a bad thing. We have it really good right now as wrestling fans. It's all on one platform. It's very fucking affordable, and we get the pay-per-views. We don't have to fork out extra right now for the pay-per-views. To me, that is the most convenient and most convenient and what's the word? Plausible solution to this non-issue because Vince McMahon just wanted to sell shit. I don't know. Universal, it's already there. I'd be okay with that.
I do the same thing, Universal. See, and again, we were talking about how Universal owns the network already.
Yeah.
There's no ownership to TV shows. Raw and SmackDown and even NXT, those are on a lease. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a contract, and we have this amount of years with this show here. So when that finishes with Fox, there's no negotiation unless Fox would say, hey, we'll give you $1 billion to keep it for 5 more years. which I can't believe I've said $1 billion. Like it's a,
It's fucking, dude, that's how it is nowadays, man. It's crazy.
Oh, so fucking crazy. It really is. Universal, let's say they buy WWE. They say, Fox, you've got SmackDown for, whatever, 5 more years, whatever the contract is, right? Once it's done, motherfuckers. You want it? You pay us. No, we just pull it. We bring it right into our fold.
Yeah, and
fucking NBC has SmackDown on Fridays,
And that's probably like the worst thing about the WWE right now is the only way I can watch it is on Hulu the day after it airs.
Yeah.
And and Hulu's ads are. There's one streaming platform that I just wish I would pay the premium. It's Hulu, because their ads are, dude, I had a 2-minute ad for a 2-minute ad. It was a Nerf ad, and for 2 minutes, it was like, click this ad to interact. And I didn't do anything. And then the interaction shit played after 2 minutes anyways, and it was an extra 2 minutes. So like for 4 minutes, I had to sit here for some dumbass Nerf commercial. Rant about Hulu aside. It would make sense, get it all of it under one umbrella. And who knows how much longer they have the contract for too. And it, again, would make sense. Universal, buy it. See how much time's left. I mean, fuck, all of it could be ending this year, for all we know, and that's why Vince McMahon's like, yeah, I'm selling it. Fox's contract is up, and the other one, the other network, USA contract's up. It would make sense in that scenario. So whoever would buy it, if those contracts are up this year, which who's to say?
Oh, no, wait, you're right. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's what I saw yesterday. That's why they want to sell by the middle of the year, so they don't have to renegotiate
and
TV contracts.
Just get Universal swoop in, get SmackDown and Raw on Peacock, day of, done. Everything's there. You get the pay-per-views. It would just have it all in one place, make it way more accessible for people like me who despise the Hulu app and hate watching it the day after and don't have cable. I have Peacock, and it's already there. It would just be brilliant. It would make sense. But again, who knows? Who would fork up the money? And that's what we're looking at.
Oh, it would be like this. Unless Peacock is willing to show it next day. Because here's the deal. Like, to show it next day, Hulu still has to pay them for that.
Yeah.
Hulu still has to pay because it's not a Disney-owned product. You still have to be like, hey, we'll give you this X amount of, thousands of dollars so we can show your shit the next day. Because everybody has a streaming platform now.
Yeah.
Peacock could be like, no, well, if we're putting, seriously, Peacock could go, well, if we're putting Law and Order, right, which I'm pretty sure is on NBC, on the next day after it drops, why can't we just put the fucking Raw on the next day after it drops? Because we own USA. That's our fucking network. And
then you could keep it on both platforms. It would, because you just make more money off of it. Yeah.
So, it's crazy, but then you still have, and this is where the Saudi Arabia thing is still a thing.
Yeah.
Because again, they would privatize the company, which means Vince McMahon would get full control again. And that's what it seems like he wants.
Yeah.
And and it fucked up because then you look in and you think of the family dynamic. Stephanie left. She said, fuck this. That's her father. It's her father. Like, what? What happens to Triple H? That's his wife. He ain't got nothing. No, he owns. Well, he does owe. He doesn't owe Vince McMahon nothing other than you made Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
Granted, his career was, Vince McMahon. Triple H was a phenomenal athlete in the ring. Was I a fan of Triple H? No. Triple H, the dude, like Hunter House Helmsley, Paul Levesque. thumbs up. That's a fucking stand-up dude. I love the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like just sports in general. I hated Michael Jordan, the basketball player. He seems okay as a human being. I heard otherwise from people, but I don't know Michael Jordan personally. I just hated him. He was fucking killing my Knicks all the time. So it's like that, but Vince McMahon in total control because he sold it to a Saudi Arabia conglomerate. Yeah, Triple H ain't sticking around.
No, I guarantee you, he'll be gone. Triple H will be gone. He'll either walk or Vince will be like, I don't need you. I'm back in control.
Not only that, if you pay attention to the amount of wrestlers that have come back out under the Triple H regime, those were all wrestlers that Vince McMahon got rid of. He got rid of Braun Strowman when Braun Strowman was like the guy. He got rid of fucking Bray Wyatt when Bray Wyatt was the fucking guy.
Yeah.
He got rid of these people.
Wasn't it also like AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre? They both were offed out too.
Oh no. Those two dudes, Vince McMahon loves them.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre. So the story with Drew McIntyre is when he first started, Vince McMahon loved him and was like, "This is my guy.
Yeah,
he is going to be the guy," because he had everything Vince McMahon looks for in an athlete, right?
Yeah.
He had the physique, he had the look. Problem was the fans didn't get behind it.
Yeah.
So and I remember this because I actually love this fucking. I love this group. Did the 3MB, the 3-man band. It was Drew McIntyre, Heath Slater, and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Fucking, because it was a comedy act. And it was the funniest shit in the world. And Drew swallowed his pride because he was like picked to be the next big thing. It wasn't working. You see the dude? The company did what he had to do.
Yeah.
I'll be in this gimmick shit. I'll make fun of myself. Fine, no problem. They let him go. He went on the independent circuit. He fucking found what Vince McMahon saw in him, apparently. It became the Drew McIntyre that is the fucking man.
Yeah.
But when he came back, and the problem was, when he came back and became the champion, it was during COVID times. So there was nobody in the arenas. They did that WrestleMania in the fucking in Florida in the soundstage. Dude, go. I swear on everything, man. You should totally be like, hey, I'm free this day, particular weekend. Playoffs are here, so I might not be. But dude, you should go back and watch those fucking COVID times.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I might actually talk to you about it after the show about this Sunday because the wifey's going home early. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
Sunday. What's the Sunday games? Sunday.
Oh, that's what, playoffs. Or are those Saturday?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm not going to be here because this is my father's birthday, so I'm going to be in my parents' house.
Man, that's funny. The wifey's dad's birthday is Sunday. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so she's going home early this weekend, so like Sunday, I'm pretty much kicking her out at like 11 in the morning.
No, listen. Monday I can't do because my Cowboys are playing Monday night. And then
how are the Cowboys doing?
Terrible. So I'm scared shit right now because it's the playoffs.
How are they in the playoffs if they're being like just terrible?
No. They did decent this season, but the last couple of weeks they've been on a downward trajectory.
Oh.
You can't be on a downward trajectory going into the playoffs because the playoffs are one and done. There's nothing coming back. You have to win. You have to win out. You gotta win.
Was it?
You gotta win.
Wasn't the Raiders, they were doing good and then they shit it up?
Oh, the Raiders sucked all season.
It's fucking funny. Everyone in my family, they're all huge Raiders fans. And I'm like, why? Like, actually fucking why?
Yo, when they came to Vegas, I told my wife, we have to move. Why? And I was like, because you have no idea. It's about to get crazy. And yeah, I love Raiders fans. I do.
They're fun, but
I do not love Raiders fans from Las Vegas who became Raiders fans because the Raiders came to Vegas. no.
Yeah, no, that's you're piggybacking at that point.
Like, for instance, the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Yo, that was I don't even think that was a different team. I think that was just an expansion team, and it was a brand new expansion. Oh, yes, absolutely. Fucking Knights fever. Let's go. Let's go Knights. Let's go Knights.
Yeah.
I respect that, in hockey, because that wasn't from a different place. The Raiders that's a historical football team. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Raiders have respect on that name. So when they came to Vegas, I know a Raiders fan from back home in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
My young buck Mike, I love that dude. Like, he's a Raiders fan. And I told him, yo, you ever want to come to Vegas for a fucking Raiders game, bro? I'm here. You just come. You ain't got to pay for a hotel. You stay in the house for free. But, dude, yeah, I absolutely hate the Raiders in Vegas. I hate it. They don't belong here. It doesn't feel right. Everybody out here, and I'm not from Vegas. So, I mean, I'm from a big city that had all the teams. Every single sports team, we had it.
Yeah.
This shit is phony as fuck.
Yeah. That's why I could.
You know
what?
Las Vegas is buying the WWE.
The whole city of Vegas?
The city of Vegas. We're buying the WWE, people. We've got the fucking venues out here. We got the Death Star. That's the only good thing about Raiders Stadium right now. What's it called? I don't even give a fuck what it's called. They call it the Death Star, and it is gorgeous to look at night. It is pretty to look at in the day too. I can't lie about that. I told my boy out here, who me and him, we gelled because of wrestling.
Yeah.
When WrestleMania comes to motherfucking Allegiant Stadium, that's what's called, Allegiant Stadium. Say no more.
I'm gonna fucking be there in a heartbeat, dude.
$100 a pop. Here's my money, my friend. I'm going to WrestleMania. I don't even want WrestleMania, to be honest with you. I want the Rumble to come here.
Dude, the Royal...
I was going to go to this one in San Antonio.
Yeah.
It was a $500 round trip with hotel. All I had to do was pay for the ticket to the fucking show. I was going to do it, but... Yeah, I let it go by the wayside. Now it's probably going to be like $1,000 round trip. Ugh.
See, for me, if it came to Vegas, it's a 6 to 8 hour drive. That's it.
The Rumble or fucking WrestleMania?
Just to Vegas in general, man. It's such a quick trip for me. I could do that. Yeah. For those big events like that, for the Royal Rumble, the WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam, they always announce it a year in advance. So the 28th, we'll see where the Royal Rumble is going to be next year. See, if it says,
that's how you start planning.
If it says fucking Vegas, I'll buy the tickets as soon as they drop. I'll be like, hey, you still living in Vegas? Because I just bought these goddamn Royal Rumble tickets. You'd be like, I know! I was on the phone with you when you bought them!
I got a promotion. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Unless I'm dead, I ain't going nowhere.
Anyways, wrapping this up because I actually have to...
Real quick.
Yeah.
Unless you want to save it for next week.
Drop it.
Unless you for the day of Rumble predictions.
That's next week. I'm gonna be a shit. I'm gonna hold it off till next week. Unless we have some major news drop where we do the G-Show podcast. Who knows what happens, because it has been like a dry spell. What, the 2 movie trailers that today?
There was nothing in the news.
Yeah, dude, it's been such a fucking dry spell. That's why, like, before this, you were like, is there anything? I'm like, well, there's a Gigan figure. I don't fucking...
I read an IDW comic today, Godzilla Rivals Gigan, and it was like, This is terrible.
Oh my god, aren't they? I hated that series. It's fucking awful.
It was bad, man. I was really upset with it because I was like, this can go somewhere.
I have the Gigan one and I have the Rodan one, the original releases of it, and I read them.
Oh, this is a new one.
The new one? Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
These are new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, this was.
I gotta show you those old ones because it was. I'll fucking dig them up, but they're terrible. Anyways. This is fun. This is, wow, first episode of doing this news thing. And we're all over the place, but it's my show. Maurice Chavez is done with you. I am going to have an agent. Sorry, I've been watching VCPR from Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, the talk show. I listen to it at work constantly, and God, I love that fucking radio station.
Honestly, that's why Grand Theft Auto is one of those fucking game series that are just fantastic because they pay attention to every detail.
They do. All right, so this is the show. We gotta actually come up with a name with it one of these days. We call it the Sweaty Armpit Podcast. I don't know. Hold on, that's not a bad name for a band, not a podcast. The Sweaty Armpit.
Right. It's not a bad name for a band at all.
But what I do know is I'd like to thank G1 for joining me.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Check out his YouTube channel at youtube.com/G-Show. Or is it G-Show Podcast? I always forget the full name of it.
G-Show something.
Yeah, right?
Look up the G-Show. If you see Godzilla stuff, that's the channel.
Oh, fuck. We're on that shit like the dog shitting in my yard or the shit getting on my shoe from walking in my backyard. One of the two. Some random saying. Whatever. I'm JR. This has been fun. Fucking, how do I end this? Where's the